We've been trying to carry on while you're not here, and we definitely need you guys. So we're looking forward to you guys coming back. But for those who don't normally come back to the wood shop, let me give you a little tour. So we're going to walk this way. Forklift. A lot of the things that we do back here are pretty heavy, so we use the forklifts quite a bit between here and the warehouse. I guess the first thing we'll do is we'll talk about a little bit about equipment. Some of the safety equipment that we use back here are eye protection. We use masks, hearing protection, and gloves. That's pretty much it for the most part. And you'll see that as we get involved, we'll be putting on those pieces of equipment. We also have an eye wash station back here. So if something does get in your eyes, we can go over here and we can operate this eye wash station and rinse your eyes out. Over here, this is one of our table saws, and we do special stuff on this thing. Some of the things that we do, you guys know that we do surveyor stakes, and we'll show you how that actually comes together. But we do other things as well. We do Adirondack chairs. You've seen those in the back of the production floor. We do picnic tables. We have a contract that we do award plaques. We do concrete and rebar for other surveyor companies. I'll show you that. This is a concrete monument, and this is rebar. And they use these in different sites when they do their surveying as a permanent marker to reference off of, so they do their surveying, or a temporary marker for doing surveying. But this is how the surveyor companies actually make plots and create a place to build a house or a building or something like that. So we do Adirondack chairs. Well, these are different pieces and parts that we will build an actual chair out of. This is not all we do. There's a lot more than just this, but this is what we do. Come on over this way. We make our stakes out of large pieces of wood, and we break it down. We chop it down, we rip it down. We start with planks that are 8 inches across, 1 inch thick, 12 feet long. And what we'll do is we'll put it on a chop saw. Now I'm gonna go get my equipment, and I'll be right back. So what we do is we chop the wood down into certain lengths. And I'll demonstrate that real quick. All right, get ready for some noise. And now, put it over there. So now it's not 12 feet long, now it's 4 feet long. And that's what our number one product is, 4 feet long. Then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna rip it down into stakes.
Oh.
My mask came off. board. Once we get a whole bunch of these steaks cut up, get a bunch of these barrels all filled with these. This is what they look like when they come out. So this is a 1 by 1 by 48. So then we'll take this and typically Carrie and Ari will be working on ripping the stock down into steaks. But typically, George will be the one doing the tipping. We'll put the points on the steaks, and but Brandon's going to show that. Perfect. Okay. So once we get the steaks with points on them, nice points on them, and we'll stack them on here. And it takes 50 steaks to make a bundle. So then we'll strap them up. And Evie usually does this job here. So you can see that it takes 1, 2, 3, 4 people to have a production line. Once you get 4 straps on it, then the bundle's complete. And then we stack them over on a pallet. Once we get a pallet about this many, then we'll either put it into inventory or we'll set it up ready for a customer. And right now we have quite a few to sell to customers. So that's how we do steaks. We have other equipment. Like, remember I said we do the Adirondack chairs? Well, we use other equipment to help us cut the wood, and one of those is over here. It's called a bandsaw. And a bandsaw allows you to make curved cuts into wood. And we don't use it a whole lot, but we do use it for Adirondack chairs. Over here, this is a sander. It's a belt sander. We can sand wood, make a nice smooth edges. Or on this side over here, it's a disc sander. It's a 2-in-1 piece of equipment. This one here is called this one's called a jointer. And what it does, it makes a flat edge 90 degrees to another flat edge. And that way we can reference it to a fence on the table saw to make square wood. And that's really important when you're making nice furniture and things like that. You want to have nice square 90-degree edges. And let's go over here. This is a drill press. Drill press is designed to bore holes in whatever medium you're using. Press is wood. So we'll put drill bits or plugs in the chuck here, and then lower it down. This will be raised up higher. There'll be wood here, and you'll drill through the hole, through the wood, but can make holes. Very useful piece of equipment. Now, I told you before that we do rebar. Now, this is how we cut rebar. This is another kind of a bandsaw, except instead of it being stationary back there, this one actually raises up, and it drops at its own rate and cuts down through the rebar. Rebar is 20 feet long, and we'll bring it in here, and this is a guide for the length of cut that we make. And Ari usually is the one that does this. Ari or Luke operate this piece of equipment. But once we get a bunch of rebar in this bucket, and we take it over there and we bundle it up and make bundles like this one over here. Now, a lot of times when we're making steaks, we end up, because wood is crazy, we end up getting lots of knots. And if a knot breaks, then we can't use anymore. This is waste. We still might be able to use this if it's long enough. So we try not to waste much back here. But a lot of times we have wood that looks like this. You can see how it curved. People don't like to buy bent steaks. So this is waste as well. Any other things that I need to talk about? Okay. Yep. Once again, we really do miss you guys. We're looking for you guys to come back, and especially back here, it's hard to do the work without you guys. You're really missed and you're really needed. But we're looking forward to seeing you come back. Oh, let's talk about class. Harry, Ari, Luke also help out when we do our class. And what happens is we'll get an order for a plaque, and we'll send out, and they'll engrave the plaque. And then we get it back, and we'll put it on a board like this, and then we'll nail it down to the board, and then we'll wrap it up nice and secure so it's nice and tight and won't get damaged, and then we mail that off. We might be having a rather large order come through, so you guys will be back before that happens. That's all I got, and you look at the test or look at the questions that were given to you earlier this morning, and like I said, we miss you guys, and we're looking forward to you guys coming back.
All right, Jim, thank you so much. So we're going to go ahead and answer those questions all together and make sure that they got the correct answers. All right, guys, I'm going to unmute you.
Okay.
Wasn't that so informative? Like, I had no idea that those bundles are made like that, and that they just do so much, right?
Very good.
Right. So the first question was, how many specialists does it take to operate the basic production line for the wood shop? Did anyone get that for me? Did anyone hear that answer throughout the video?
4.
Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
How many? 4?
4.
Mm-hmm. 4.
All right. So 4. Jim, is that correct? Give me a thumbs up.
Correct. That is correct.
All right. The second one. How many steaks in a bundle? So how many? Terry, don't answer this one.
10.
10? Anybody else? Robert?
I would say 10.
You say 10?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I know.
Anybody else? One more time. One more chance.
5.
Thomas?
5.
5? Tim, what's the correct answer?
50.
50?
Holy mac Moses.
Oh.
Here comes Donald now.
So 50 individual steaks complete one bundle.
It's probably this way.
Question. All right, let's focus.
Mm-hmm.
So list some personal protective equipment, right? They use in the wood shop. So can someone tell me one? Raise your hand. Jason?
Basic equipment would be solid.
What did he say?
Face mask.
What is it?
Here, face mask.
Face-
Very good. Face mask, right? What about safety glasses, Robert?
Safety glasses.
Safety glasses.
Yeah.
So face mask, safety glasses. What else did they have in there?
Headgear. Headgear.
Headphones.
Earplugs.
Earplugs.
Right, earplugs or headphones, right? Tim, are they correct?
Yep. Also gloves.
Gloves, right? We don't want to cut our fingers. We don't want to get hurt. So we got to make sure that we wear those protective gloves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Safety is very important.
Yep.
All right.
What
And
about
then the
boots?
last one. So what other than the steaks do we at Inspire create? What are some other things other than the bundle of steaks do we create here? Ashley?
Furniture.
Furniture.
Ooh.
Very good. What type of furniture, Jason?
Wood.
What type? Yeah, what do you have outside?
That's just not easy, Cloud.
You said picnic table, and then add on to
Wood.
Oh, yeah.
Wood furniture.
Very good. Yeah. And then what else do we do? What's one of the last things that Mr. Jim showed us?
The award plaque.
Very good, Jose.
Yeah.
Yes, the award plaque. So we
Oh,
also
yeah.
award plaques for different companies.
I'm good, Peter. Here.
And then we also do rebar, so that's with the metal. So we
Yeah.
do a lot of different projects, and it wouldn't be done without our amazing team working in the wood shop. Like Carrie and Jose has worked, and Robert and Jason have worked in the wood shop. You know, without you guys, we can't do what we do. I want you guys to know that.
True.
All right. So we're going to end our Zoom for today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.